Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shuts or Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 34 of All of Fabric 6. I hope you guys are doing well, but we're going to get right into this with a mob farm. We're going to kind of step away from doing any tech or anything. We're going to kind of focus on a mob farm here. And I've kind of got this set up because I had to look through some options here, and I'll talk about them real quick here. So let's go upstairs. Let's build some stairs here so we can actually look at the top of this. So, one of the biggest things is we don't have a lot of options for a lot of things. And what I mean by that is like item collection. We have the vacuum hopper from Kybe, which in my opinion is probably the worst option for a mob farm, but also kind of the better one. It's kind of a dependent situation, but we'll get into why that is in a second. Or we have the black hole chest from Spectrum, which this black hole chest is the best, I think, for a mob farm. It is a little bit slower than the vacuum hopper. That's kind of one of the bigger trade-offs. But we'll get into what the other trade-off is here real quick. So if we actually grab a vacuum hopper and we set this down, this is a full block under this, and this is a full block under this one. So let's quickly take a look at that. Okay, so if I come in here and I drop, actually I gotta disable one of these real quick before I do anything. So let's step back up here. Let's take this out. Okay, and if we go drop an item down here, right? You see how it's just floating there? And it'll come back to me? That is because there's a block under it. So if I take this block out, and I take another stack of cobblestone, and I drop it, you can see it just immediately sucks up to that. Which means that there is an issue where if you have blocks in between this and the vacuum hopper, well, there's nothing. And you would think, oh, so you could do this. Well, no, because it actually lets light through. And making a mob farm, you don't want lights to shine through. So, yeah, it's an interesting thing. So I was like, oh man, what else do I have in here? Because I completely forgot about the black hole chest. And so I went and crafted one of these, because if you remember, we have one over there with mermaid gems. And I was like, okay, how does this work? What makes this one usable, right? Can this one be what we need? So we've got a completely covered room, and if I drop this, okay, it sucked it in. And if we go back up here, you can see that this has a stack of cobblestone. Fantastic, right? It went through the wall. We don't have to worry about anything. So this works, okay? Of course, we need to set up some ender chests or entangle chests or anything like that, and we'll get to that. But I also was like, okay, next thing, wireless redstone. How do we turn these lights off without making this too ugly? Next thing, Spectrum, wireless redstone. Fantastic. We are getting a lot of stuff from Spectrum here, which I'm actually loving. But here's the wireless redstone. And I guess I could look at the wireless redstone, because I don't think I've ever looked at this fully in depth. But here's the crafting recipe. 1 onyx shard, redstone dust, redstone torch, stone. And then, of course, make this in a pedestal crafting. You get 2 of them. Okay? And what these do is you can see this arrow here. And this is your receiving mode. So whenever this lever down here is turned on, which it has the other one down in there in the transmitting mode, but if we send this, you can see that this is receiving and sending out a signal. And so if we right click this, you can see this is the transmitting mode, which has arrows on, I think, every side almost. But you can see that that's what we have there. So we set that back and we toggle this. And I know the book actually says that it does have a major delay. And quick moving redstone or quick activating redstone will break this, and it will just not function properly. So do keep that in mind. But this is going to work for our purposes. Okay? Next thing. How do we get mob drops or mob spawns in here? Okay? So that is answered by cursed earth or cursed dirt here from Kybe. To get that, you of course need cursed seeds, which I have right here. And those are just 4 cursed droplets and a set of wheat seeds, and you get cursed seeds. I believe this can go up to 16 blocks in an air, like a radius around a square radius, I think. So not even really a radius, but I just have this 6x6 room in the center of a chunk. So we're good on that. Okay, next, how do we kill them? Again, we don't have a lot of options for this. It's one thing after another with this pack. I genuinely don't think I have really any other option than Dark Utils plates. These plates here. Which there is the player plate that does player damage to anything that walks on it. Okay? Which means that we can summon stuff in here, but I don't think we have anything to prevent Enderman spawn or like Enderman teleporting away, which is kind of not great. So we might have Enderman teleporting around, which, you know, oh well, I guess. Kind of sucks. But I guess we could just set this to where it doesn't spawn Enderman. Like, just set blocks up top. Like, shrink the room, basically. But I think we'll be fine. So, I've already tested this. But we can place the player plates on top of the earth. And it will still spawn things. So, we're good on that one. So, let's get these player damage plates. Okay. So, I think we're going to go with this one. Which means that we need to make normal damage plates. So we need 12 sets of these. So I believe, what was that? 12. So 36 in total. So we need a few more golden swords here. Okay. So right there, 36. And that means we can then craft up this, which looks like we need more diamond swords. The reason I'm doing this mob farm right now is because I'm actually out of gunpowder, which means I have no way of, like, flight or anything right now. So I kind of want to get that taken care of so we can actually get a little bit more mobility and also just some crafting ingredients in general. So now what we can do is we can come in here. What's up with that? Oh. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that is going to be an issue. Okay. So I have to move this redstone signal. Can I move it? All right, let's try this. So the way I have this set up is really simple, by the way. Just like a redstone dirt or redstone dust here and just a lever. So nothing too fancy. And I'm too lazy to open up my dink to actually pull that back out, but that's okay. So let's grab cobblestone there and then grass. Should have a couple pieces of grass in here. Okay. Perfect. And before we do this as well, let's get the seed out. Do I have? Yeah, right here. Okay. And I have this entire bottom of this surrounded in cobblestone so it doesn't spread. But we're going to place this. No? I thought that's how you did it. Or does this need to be dirt? Okay, so I think I know what's happening. Turn this off. Place this. Okay. And that doesn't... Okay, so it's just going to slowly spread. Okay. So I'm curious, if I turn on a light source, will this actually burn this? Well, we're going to have to kill things in here, which is not something I was hoping for. It looks like we have, like, some sort of, like, cursed something or other in there. Okay. So what I should be able to do is kind of just punch a hole here. And just back up. And let's see. Just bow down everything in here. Okay, so I'm curious if we can actually even spread this when the light is on. Which, that might be a problem. I don't really have any idea. But we're going to try and place some player plates here. Hopefully the grass will spread under it. I do not know at all. No, I probably should create a path Should be a little smarter about this, because this does damage me as well. Okay. So, something like this. Okay. Let's put this back. Which this probably is back up top. And most of the drops probably came up here too. So yeah, we even got a spider head from that, which is kind of funny. Because I guess I pulled out the treasure hunter scythe to kill those spiders. Alright, so turn this off. And if things spawn in here, which they should, here we go. And remember, we have the big torch up there. We also have a big torch over there. And a big torch over there. So we shouldn't have any other mob spawns near this. And of course, this is actually very, very slow. I don't know why Kybe's Cursed Earth Dirt thing is so slow. But that was by design. And also having the knowledge gem in here does allow for us to pick up experience. Fantastic. Okay. So let's actually get an entangled chest. Okay. Looks like we got one that is yellow. So let's make one here real quick. Alright. And let's pick out light blue. No, actually, let me go look at the color of our main one. Alright, so I actually only needed one entangled chest, but I made two just in case. We also need some sort of pipe. So let's go item. Let's just go with item pipe Mark 1. Let's then go with a servo. Should have that. Fantastic. I do like the look of this building, though. It does look it looks a little bit nice. Not the most nicest thing in the world, but that's fine. Alright, so then let's go for this here. I'm hoping this doesn't pull out the knowledge gem, but I would expect there to be some sort of filtering for that. Okay. And it looks like we probably do want to set up some sort of filtering for this as well, because quivers and stuff we do not want. But I don't know if we have any mod in here that actually allows for us to filter on that specific. Okay, actually, this might. So, quiver. So if we grab this, and we set ignore NBT, ignore item damage, put this in here, whitelist, or blacklist. We'll just have this funnel out of another thing, I think. That'll be fine. Okay. And we say backpack, because I know, I don't think I have one. Okay. We'll have to get a traveler's backpack, because I know that's going to spawn in here. Let's see. We're also probably going to get a whole bunch of other junk. Okay, so I think for right now, what we're going to do is we are going to get a diamond chest, or a chest of some sort. Probably a gold chest. That might work. Or a couple gold chests. And then go from there. Just so that way we aren't wasting diamonds yet. And also we have some sort of storage for right now. And we can just disable that. Okay. I'm also going to mute creepers, zombies, all that stuff right here. So I'll be right back. I'm also going to make sure we turn off this and also EXP pickup, and that should make this pretty quiet. I turned off the chest sound. It looks like we got still like a plop. All right, let's look at plop. Is that a sound? Pickup. Okay, so item pickup. And that one. All right. And then, of course, here we can just do, yeah, nearest first works. All right. But that is a successful mob farm. I am really hoping that the player plates, man, the radius on that thing is insane. But that's cool. All right, so I kind of want to turn this on here. And I kind of want to take out these. Did this grow? Okay, fantastic. This does grow while being covered. I am A-okay with that. This definitely could be a lot more efficient. I will not lie. I might make another one of these. Maybe. I don't know. I might not need to make another one of these, but we'll just turn this back on and we'll let that run. And let's see. Are we getting any? Do we have any gunpowder up here? Because that's what I want right now. See if I can actually reach this chest. There we go. Okay, we have 4 gunpowder. So I can actually make a couple rockets here. I have 1 rocket in here already. 10 rockets. Fantastic. Let's plop over here so I can talk about this. So I have overachieved again here. And we have a decent setup here now. So what I've done is I've actually went ahead and I've made 2 elite hopper pots per furnace. And the reason is, of course, now is because wood can come from this top one to go into the top slot here and also the top slot here. So we have that kind of balance, and it looks like the top one definitely could use maybe another botany pot, just so that way it has like always outputting. But it looks like we have a decent chunk of charcoal in here, so that's not a problem. And then, of course, we are exporting charcoal now to the miner or the drill thing, and then whatever else is over there, so that's good. And looks like we're doing pretty good. Let's check everything. So we've got nothing coming in here. Looks like nothing in here. It looks like we have galena. Okay, what is this? Why? Okay, so this does nothing. So where did that come from? I might have thrown that in there, which might have caused a backlog in this system. Just a wee bit. Okay, that was my problem. My fault. I don't think we even generate galena, so... Alrighty, so I did take a peek at this, and it seems like I'm still having an issue where ingots are ending up in this slot. And I have no idea how. I really have got nothing. It just keeps happening. But there should be no way to have ingots come from any slot other than out of this and back into this. But they're all on extract. I genuinely have nothing. So that's interesting. But yeah, this is working. We definitely have ores processing. We have a decent chunk of tin. This actually has been running for the past like hour or so, because I've been trying to theorize how to make a mob farm. I was looking at some other people play this. In a way, the way a lot of people did it is, they made the massive drop-down farm. But I wanted something, of course, that would be used because I have all the big torches around here, and this actually forces it to be used no matter if you have that there. And also, we should get player drops. I don't know how well we'll do with player drops, because of course this is very, very slow. Yeah, see, these would be considered player drops, I believe, and also the cursed droplets, which I'm actually kind of surprised we're getting. But we actually can make like cursed lassos and a few other things in here as well. So the cursed seeds are definitely going to be useful. We can also make one of these mob farms in the nether to start getting some of the nether drops as well if we wanted to, but I don't know if I will do that. I might hold off. And yes, we could work on getting spirit or vitalize, but I always love doing farms like this. But this one definitely seems to be a lot slower than any forge variation you could do. So yeah, see, there's an enderman. It doesn't look like... Oh yeah, did he teleport away? It looked like he tried to, but he died before then. All right. But I think with that, we're going to wrap up this episode. Kind of just really wanted to focus on this mob farm, and I think we accomplished it, right? We talked a little bit about the modern industrialization. We talked about this, but I think this is the focus of today's episode. I'm okay with ending it here. But also at 10 a.m. there's going to be a new video released. It's going to be an interesting one. No spoilers. It's not a mod showcase or a mod spotlight, but I'm gonna hopefully have a video that you guys will enjoy out at 10 a.m. So thank you. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.